I always believed our relationship was strong enough to survive anything. We laughed easily, trusted each other, and shared secrets that felt unbreakable. That's why I never imagined a single joke could tear everything apart so completely. His best friend, Mark, had always been around. He was at our dinners, our trips, our celebrations. Sometimes I felt he knew my partner almost as well as I did. And that closeness made me slightly uncomfortable, though I never said it out loud. One night, after a few drinks, we were all sitting together, laughing about old memories. The mood was light, careless, and loud. That's when I made the joke, sharp, unnecessary, and meant to get attention. I laughed and said something about how Mark would probably be a better partner than me, hinting that maybe something had already happened between them. I meant it as sarcasm, a tease, but the room went silent in a way that felt heavy and wrong. My partner's smile vanished instantly. Mark avoided eye contact, staring into his glass. In that moment, I realized the joke hadn't landed. It had cut deep. Still, I tried to laugh it off, brushing it aside like it was nothing. Later that night, my partner confronted me. His voice wasn't angry. It was hurt. He asked why I would even think something like that, let alone say it out loud. I didn't have a good answer. Over the next few days, things changed. He became distant, quieter than usual. The trust we once had felt cracked, like glass waiting to shatter completely. Then the truth came out in the worst possible way. My partner admitted that my joke hurt so much because it wasn't entirely false. There had been a moment of weakness months ago. One mistake, one night, with Mark. I felt like the ground disappeared beneath me. The joke I thought was harmless had dragged a hidden betrayal into the open. I wasn't just embarrassed anymore. I was devastated. He apologized again and again, saying it was over, that it meant nothing, that he hated himself for it. But every word felt empty. The image of them together replayed in my mind, louder than his excuses. Mark disappeared from our lives immediately, but the damage was already done. Cutting him off didn't fix the betrayal. It only highlighted how deep it went. I blamed myself for a while. If I hadn't joked, if I hadn't pushed, maybe I would have never known. But knowing hurt more than ignorance ever could. Arguments replaced conversations. Silence replaced laughter. Even when we were in the same room, it felt like we were worlds apart. Eventually, we both realized love alone wasn't enough anymore. Trust had been broken from both sides, by cheating, and by words that went too far. Walking away was the hardest thing I've ever done. But staying would have meant living with doubt, pain, and a truth that could never be undone. Now I understand that jokes can reveal what people try hardest to hide. I took it too far, but what destroyed everything wasn't the joke. It was the betrayal that existed long before the words were ever spoken.